Assalamualaikum and good evening. Okay, maybe we can start now. Can you see the slide clearly?
Yes.
Yes, okay, Alhamdulillah. So, for today is balancing of the account and the trial balance. Fahad? Okay, balancing of the accounts and the trial balance. Okay. Okay, wait, let me check in your friends first. There are how many of you? 37. Okay. So, the objective of today is we want to learn to balance off our account, because in last week we learned on how to transfer from journal entry to ledgers or T account. So for today, we learn on how to close the account, to balance off the T account for asset, liability, capital, income, expenses, and then we distinguish between the debit balance and credit balance, or zero balance, no balance at all. And then we learn on how to prepare for a trial balance. From the after we balance off the account, we transfer everything, the balance, to trial balance in order to determine the accuracy of the double entry rules. So when your trial balance is not balanced, for the debit side and the credit side, meaning you have incur some errors, okay, in your journal entry, or in the process of transferring the journal entries to T account ledgers. Okay, so first, how to balance the account. The accounts are normally balanced off at the end of each month. Okay, we close it at the end of each month, 31st or 30th of every month lah. And then the purpose is to balance the account, is to determine what is the balance left. Okay, after the all the transaction, and then at the end of the month, we want to know what is the balance left for each of the account. Okay, if the total debit is more than total credit, the account is said to have a debit balance. I will show you later. And then if the total credit is more than the total debit, okay, there's more in the credit side. Okay, and then the account is said to have a credit balance. Okay, but if it is totally the same, equal amount of debit and credit, meaning it has a zero balance, so nothing will be transferred to the trial balance. Okay, the account will be closed off. And okay, this is the step: add up and total both side of account, debit and credit, and then we figure out the difference. So the difference is the balancing figure, meaning it is the balance CD or balance carried forward. This one, okay, the balance CD. And then the balance brought down will be the same figure as the balance CD. Balance CD is at the end of the month. Okay, end of month, but balance BD at the beginning. Okay, this one is first, this one is 30th or 31st. Okay, okay, this is the example. We have sales debit in the bank account. When we made a sale, okay, this is the journal entry will be debit bank. And then we have credit sales account for 400. Okay, we will record here 400. And then this one, when we transfer the bank account to cash account. So that's why it be debit cash and then credit bank account 200, and then this is a postage fee we paid using a check or using a bank account, and then the total here is 400 and the total of this and this is 250. And then to balance off between 400 and 250, we must minus 400 minus 250 equals to the balancing figure, and we name it as balance CD. Okay, noted. The balance CD will be at the end of the month. And then we transfer it to balance BD for the following month. Okay. And okay, for this one, is account payable, it's 600 and the purchase is 1000. How we want to close the account? Okay, at the end of the month, the 31st January. Okay, here 31st. Okay, it should be, this one is 1000. The balancing figure, the bigger number lah, 1000. So this one must be 1000 too. But now it's only has 600, so the balancing figure must be 400. Is a balance CD. Okay. In the next month, for February, we will have balance BD here. Balance brought down is 400. Okay, it have a credit balance. Okay, for account payable, credit balance mean there are still a 400 ringgit amount that people that the customer owe to us, owe to the seller, to the owner, to the okay business. Okay, this is that one is to close, to balancing off the T account or the ledger. And this is after we balancing off, after we close the account and we get the figure of this one, balance BD, balance CD, and then we transfer the balance to trial balance, okay, to check the accuracy of the double entry and then to detect any errors and then to help preparation of financial statement later on. Slow saya. And then, sorry. Okay, we have several steps in the preparation of trial balance. It start with the name of business. Contohnya this one lah, ABC Trading. And then we have a debit column and we have a credit column. And then it shows the total. Okay, and the title is trial balance as at the end of the year, 31st December 20 something, ataupun at the end of the month, 31st February, 31st March, 31st February, mana ada, 29 or 28 February, sorry. And then errors in the trial balance, there are several type of errors that can be incurred, can be occurred when we are preparing the trial balance because of our journal entries and because of our ledger. Sorry, Shiken. Okay. The errors can be affecting the trial balance or not affecting. Okay, there's no effect at all in preparation of the trial balance. Okay, errors that can affect, okay, the trial balance agreement. Trial balance agreement meaning the debit balance and the credit balance is the same. Okay, There are 5 types of errors that can affecting the trial balance. Single entry errors, errors of transposition, addition, posting to the incorrect side of an account, or error in the trial balance. Okay. For the single entry error, meaning that when you record the transaction, you only record in a one side of the account, only a single entry. For example, when you receive account receivable, it was credited to account receivable but was not debited from the cash account. Meaning, when the account receivable pay to the business, it's only recorded on one side. Okay, when we receive payment from the account receivable, we should record it as debit cash 200, and then we credit account receivable. Okay, 200. But error of single entry is that you just record this side and you forget to record this side. So that's why it's one of the error lah. Okay, error in single entry. So when you do this type of error, when you prepare your trial balance, it will not be uh, a balance figure between debit and credit, because you only recorded one side, debit credit side. Okay, no debit side. Okay, and then the second error is error of transposition, meaning you key in the different amount. For example, the cash sale is 1329, but you record it as 1923. So it is human error lah. 19 and 13 is very quite confusing kan. 1329 and 1923. So when you do this, it's called an error of transposition. So it will not your trial balance will not be balanced lah, sebab because of this difference in figure 1923 and 1329. Okay, and then we have error in addition. In the following example, the total of the sale account is 2,200, but the figures in the cash account are added wrongly. Okay, for example, in this figure 1212, this one 12 plus 1,000, it should be 2,200, but you record it as only 2,000. So it should be 2,200 here to become a balance. So this is also a human error lah. Okay, it's a wrongly written. Error in addition is quite the same as transposition, but transposition is come out because of confusion in the arrangement of number, but this one is differently added. Okay, the figure is different, wrongly added or wrongly subtract. Okay, and then we have error in posting to the incorrect side of an account. Okay, for example, a sum of 2,000 paid to account payable, debited to account payable, and also debited to cash account. So salah lah, because when we paid to the account payable, it should be debit, credit, cash, because we pay and then we debit account payable. So in this cash account, it should be in this side, and account payable it should be in this side. Okay, so it's wrongly posted to the account. So it's also one of the errors. Sorry. And then error in the trial balance, meaning that it's already plugged in correctly, but they are wrongly transferred to the trial balance. For example, in the in here, cash account should be transferred 2,200, but you only transferred 220, so it's wrongly transferred. Also a human error, and it's totally affecting the balance of the trial balance. Okay, but this error is not affecting the trial balance. Is error of omission, commission, principal, complete reversal of entry, compensating error, and also error of original entry. For example, okay, for this one, the transaction is completely omitted from the books of accounts. Sorry. Okay. For example, there is a cash sale for January 1st. Okay, it has been recorded in the ledgers in this one. Okay, debit cash 150, and then credit sales account 150. But then for January 2, it's has totally been omitted. Okay, no entry in both debit and credit side. So if this transaction is being omitted, it will not affecting the balance in the trial balance. Okay, it's totally omitted, but it's wrong lah. It's an error. And then the second error that is not affecting the trial balance, but it's still wrong, is an error of commission. You have the correct amount, but it's posted in the wrong account. For example, credit sales to Ahmad on January 2nd was wrongly debited to Ahmad. Okay, maybe there's some confusion. Ahmad and Ahmad account. For example, here, January 1st, credit sale to Ahmad. January 2nd, credit sale to Ahmad. And January 5th, credit sale to Ahmad. But then, when you record, here, it should be Ahmad, Ahmad, and Ahmad. Ahmad, Ahmad, Ahmad. But the correct transaction should be Ahmad 500 only, Ahmad 600 and 700. Meaning that this figure should be Ahmad. Okay. And this one should be here. January 2nd sales, and figure is 600. But it's wrongly added to the wrong account, but it's not affecting your trial balance, but it's still wrong. Okay, error of commission, and then error of principal. This error occur when amount is posted into an account of a different category. For example, repair costs of 150 of a delivery van were debited to delivery van account, the asset account, instead of the delivery van repair account, the expenses account. It is error of principle. It should be added into an expense account, not an asset account. But the expense account and asset account, the added figure is the same. It's on the debit side. Okay, contohnya kalau kita beli delivery van, kita akan record sebagai debit delivery van, delivery van, credit, contohnya cash. Okay, ini ialah account asset. Okay, tapi kalau kita repair van, okay, it's an expense. Kita tak recognize it as asset. Okay, kita perlu record delivery ataupun van repair, van maintenance or repair lah. Okay, and then credit cash. It's the same. It's also a debit side, but this one is asset, this one is expenses. Okay, you should differentiate it. Tapi kalau kita buat apa, this error, when we make this error, even if we record this in a set account, it will not affecting the balance of the trial balance because it's the same debit side, but it's still wrong. Okay, you have to be extra careful in determining the each of the journal entry lah. And then a complete reversal of entry. Okay, the amount and the account are correct, but each item is shown on the wrong side. For example, paid account payable 60 ringgit cash. Okay, yang ni kenapa salah? The record, bila kita bayar account payable, when we paid account payable, do you record it as debit cash, credit, account payable? Is this a correct entry when you pay account payable? Can someone tell me?
No.
No, it should be.
Debit account payable, credit cash.
Okay, debit account payable, credit cash. Thank you, Dylan. It should be 60 and 60. Okay, this is totally the opposite. This one should be here and this one should be here. Okay, but when you make this error, it will not affecting your trial balance. It can still be balanced because the figure is correct, and then both account you have both debit and credit side. But apa tu? Figuratively, it's still wrong. Okay, and then we have a compensating errors. An error of the debit side is compensated by error of equal amount on the credit side. For example, credit sale of 100 were wrongly credited to sales account as 1,000, and then a cash purchase of 1,000 was wrongly credited to account payable as 100. Therefore, the error in sales account is cancelled out. Okay, it has been illustrated here. Okay, 100 is being balanced out by this one, 100, and this 1,000 is being balanced by this one, 1,000. So it has been compensated. So the error will not be affecting the trial balance, but it's still a mistake. And then error of original entry. This is where errors were made in the books of original entry, the journal entry. For example, a cash sale of 65 ringgit recorded in the journal as 56 ringgit and then posted to the ledger as 56 ringgit. Okay, when you post it and then the figure, it should be 65, but you post it as 56, it still be balanced because the figure is the same. Okay, but it's actually wrong. So okay, that's all for today, but we will continue with an exercise. Okay, I will share to you. Okay, this is some of the exercise for today's chapter lah. Okay, what you have to do is to record journal entry. Okay, journal entry and then post to the T account, and then you have to balance off the account and prepare a trial balance. Okay, this is the usual step that you have to do. Okay, this is almost the same as your assignment. Can you see the slide? I didn't
No,
share.
madam.
Oh,
Sorry. Tiba-tiba shut sendiri pula. Okay, sekejap. Okay, wait. Okay. Okay, this is aside. The tutorial question is actually for tomorrow, but it's okay. You want to continue or you have some question? Is it so fast? You guys still okay?
Okay, madam.
Yes or no? Okay. This one that I mentioned just now. For each question, you have to record the journal entry and then transfer the journal entry to T accounts, and then you have to balance off the account and prepare a trial balance. There, a lot of you has been asking me on how you want to do this your assignment lah, kan? Okay, this is quite the same lah as your assignment. Okay, what you have to do if you have this kind of question, okay, you have to record each of these in the journal entry and then transfer it to ledger, and then you can apa tu? Oh, sorry. You can balance it off and then transfer the balance to trial balance. It's quite easy. Okay, let me show you the step. Okay, usually you can I'll stop sharing first. Okay, can you see the Excel?
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Okay, this is how you record each of the transaction if you get this kind of question. Okay, this is how you can report your assignment too. Okay, for example, the first question is start business. The first transaction, start business with 2,000 cash. So you have to first January 1st and then debit cash 2,000, and then credit capital 2,000. Okay, start business, so it must be capital with 2,000, and then purchase goods worth 1,000 on credit. On credit meaning it's a account payable, so you have to debit inventory and then credit account payable 1,000. Okay, and then sold good worth 800 on credit. Okay, you sold goods. Okay, sold, so kita mestilah ada account sale. Okay, debit on credit meaning dia berhutang lah. So debit account receivable 800, credit sale. Tapi dia kalau dia bagi tahu sold good worth 800 on credit to someone, to siapa? Ali. Okay, you should wrote here AR, account receivable, Ali. AR meaning account receivable, AP meaning account payable. This is the short form lah. Okay, debit account receivable 800, credit sales 800, and then bought furniture worth 400 by cash, meaning debit furniture, credit cash, and then receive check for 800 from account receivable, meaning debit bank, because you receive check. Okay, so you have to debit bank 800 and credit account receivable 800, and then you made cash sales of 200. Okay, make cash sale. So you have to debit cash sebab kita jual secara tunai, and then kita credit sale account, and then you paid salary amounting to 300 in cash. So how do you record this? Paid salary. Anyone?
Debit salary expenses, credit cash.
Okay, clever. Okay, debit salary expenses and credit cash. And then when you settle with all of the transaction in the journal entry, then you can transfer it to ledgers or T account. Okay, for example, this one. Okay, cash, debit cash 2,000. Okay, we have to transfer here. Debit, you have to open the cash account because debit cash kan. So we open cash account, and then first, January 1st, we wrote it capital. We wrote it here, this one, this account, capital 2,000. Okay, record that. When you record it one by one, and then you must tanda lah sikit. Takut nanti confuse yang mana dah transfer to ledgers, yang mana belum. Kan? Okay, so you work it one by one, and then credit capital 2,000. Kita buka account capital, and then dekat credit side, you have to wrote it 1, and then cash 2,000. Okay, tulis yang ini. Okay, ini debit side cash 2,000, maksudnya kita kena buka account cash and kita tulis satu debit side. Dekat debit side, this is debit side, this is credit side. Okay, buka account. Okay, kita tengok yang first ni dulu. Okay, cash. So, kita buka account cash. T account cash. And then, cash. So, debit. So, debit side. Kita kena debit apa? Debit capital. Capital, how much is 2,000. Okay. The second one is credit capital. So, kita kena buka account capital. And then, kita nak di bahagian mana? Credit side. So, this one lah, credit side. So, 1 hari bulan, kita kena tulis sebagai cash, the opposite, and then 2,000. Okay, settle. And then the second one, kita kena buka account inventory. Inventory, so this one. And then debit side, here is a debit side. Okay, 5 hari bulan, kita nak debit apa? Debit account payable, 1,000. And then, kita kena record pula di account payable, di credit side, here, 5 hari bulan. This one, okay? This one. Okay, credit side, account payable, inventory, 1,000. Okay, done and done. Okay, so far you guys okay on how to transfer from journal to the account?
Yes.
Yes. Senang kan? Ke semua dah clear, dah tak payah explain this part? On how to transfer from journal to ledger. Ada siapa lagi yang confused?
Saya madam.
Ya.
Sekali madam.
Saya madam.
Siapa tu? Fayad and Firdaus.
Ya, betul-betul.
Still confused?
Ya.
Yeah, I'm still
Which part?
very confused.
Yes.
Previous one.
Louder please, tak berapa nak dengar. Boleh kuat sikit.
Previous one.
Previous one, the purchase good ke? Okay, purchase. Okay. So, in purchase, yang debit inventory credit account payable tu tahu?
Tu.
Tak juga. Okay, bila kita purchase good, okay, purchase good kita akan dapat inventory. Inventory masuk ke dalam business and then kita beli on credit, maknanya kita beli secara hutang. So, sebab tu kita kena debit inventory. Okay, credit account payable. How you want to record it? Debit inventory here. Debit inventory and then credit account payable 1,000. And then transfer the journal entry to T account. Okay, for this part, for this part, okay, 5 January debit inventory. So, buka T account of inventory. Okay, on debit side, you have to write it as account payable. Okay, 1,000. And then you record the credit side, account payable. On the credit side, 5th January, inventory 1,000. Okay, this one. Okay, so far is it clear? Yang ni, yang kuning ni yang saya dah transfer for this transaction. Okay, kita main colour-colour sikit. So, yang this one, debit cash 1 hari bulan di sini. Debit cash account, credit capital account. Okay, and then we sold goods worth 800 on credit. Okay, Ali ni tak adalah ya. Okay, yang ni debit account receivable 800. So, kita belum ada account receivable T account. Jadi, kita kena buka satu. Account receivable. Di sini, account receivable. Okay. Debit account receivable 800. So, kita kena record 10 hari bulan. And then sale, debit side 800. And then kita buka pula account sale. Okay, sebab kita belum ada account sale. Here. Okay, we just have cash, capital, inventory, account payable. So, we have to open a sales account. Okay, here sales account. Credit 10 hari bulan sini. Credit account receivable 800. Okay. And then warna apa pula? This one pink. Bought furniture worth 400 by cash. So you have to debit furniture 400. Kita belum ada account furniture, so you have to buka satu lah. Okay. Oh, sorry. Debit furniture 400. Di sini 15 hari bulan cash 400 debit, and then we have to credit cash 400. So kita kena tengok balik sama ada kita dah ada ke belum account cash before this. Okay, kita dah ada. So kita kena record dalam account yang sama. Kita tak boleh buka account yang sama banyak kali. Okay, kita kena record dalam account yang sama. So, credit cash 400. Credit account cash, kita tulis furniture 400 sini. Okay. And then, okay. Receive check for 800 from account receivable. Kita receive check. So, kita kena debit bank sebab kita dapat check kan. We receive check. So, debit bank 800 and then credit account receivable 800. So, di mana bank kita? Kita dah buka ke belum bank account? So, we have to take a look. Kita cuma ada sales, account receivable, account payable, inventory, capital dan cash. So, kita kena buka satu bank account. So, debit bank 800 di sini. Debit bank 800. Okay, kita tulis account receivable and then kita kena credit account receivable 800. So, di mana kita punya account receivable? Here. Okay. So, credit account receivable 800. Okay, kalau meeting ni ended, nanti boleh join semula dalam link yang sama. Okay. Dia akan end lagi 5 minutes. Okay. And then account receivable 20 hari bulan 800 di sini. Orange color. Okay. So you have balance lah. And then we made cash sale of 200. Jadinya kita kena debit cash, sebab kita buat cash sale, and then kita credit sales 200. So, di mana kita punya cash account? Cari balik. Here. Debit cash 200 di sini. And then kita kena credit sales 200. Okay, kat sini lah. Okay. $200. Okay. Credit, account sales, cash, 200. And then the last one, we paid salary. Kita bayar salary. Kita kena debit salary expenses 300 and then credit cash 300. Okay, first, because salary expenses kita belum buka, so we have to open a new account. Salary expense. Kalau expenses account selalunya debit side. So, cash 300. And then, kita kena credit cash account. Credit cash account with the same amount. Okay, 300. Okay, settle. Our journal entry, semuanya dah di-transfer to ledger account. Okay, once we transfer, kita kena balance off. Macam mana nak balance? Contohnya, di cash account ni, kita dah transfer semuanya kan? So, 2,000 plus 200. Okay, 2,000 plus 200 equals to 2,200. And then this one, 2,000 must be 2,200 is the balancing figure. Balancing figure is the largest of each side lah. Okay, Allah. Okay. Contohnya this one 2,200. Yang 400 ni tambah dengan 300 equal to 700. So balance CD must be 1,500. Macam mana saya dapat figure ni? This one 2,200. This one, the balancing figure 2,200 minus this one and minus this one. Okay, equals to 1,500. Okay, 2,200 tolak 400 tolak 300. Akan dapat this figure, 1,500. Okay, balance CD for cash. And then kita kena transfer di sini lah. 1, balance BD 1,500. Okay, and then the next account is capital account. Capital account we have just one transaction, cash 2,000. So balance CD is quite straightforward, 2,000. So kita transfer balance BD here 2,000. Okay. And then inventory account is also straightforward. We just have one transaction. So kita balance off figure yang sama, balance CD, sebab kita mesti nak balance between debit and credit. So for first February kita can balance BD, this one. Okay, transfer here 1,000. Okay. Account payable is also straightforward because of just one transaction. Balance CD. So we transfer here 1, balance BD 1,000. So we have a account receivable. We have 800 sale, and then kita bayar pula account receivable ni dah bayar 800. So it's balance. So there's no more balance brought down or balance